Good morning, everybody. Today is September 12th, 2025, and I'm doing a video today on the importance of getting a new computer, upgrading from Windows 10 to Windows 11, and why it's important. Sorry, I got a phone call here. Windows bypass that. Sorry, guys. Okay, so basically, as we all know, within about a month or so, Windows 10 will be obsolete. There won't be any more rollouts of security updates, meaning if you're using the free version of the antivirus that Microsoft provides, then it's no longer going to be valid because there won't be any more definition updates for it. And you won't be getting any more Windows security updates, meaning no more patches for the operating system. And as we all know, unfortunately, we have physical theft these days, but where someone may steal a car or your bag, God forbid, but a lot of it has moved online through phishing and scams and breaking into computers and some may say, well, I really don't do much on my computer, Sam. I just do my online banking and pay bills and things like that. Well, that's also important for your computer to be protected because even if you do most of your things on the cloud or online banking or anything like that, well, if they break into your computer and they monitor your computer, they can steal the username and password you use for your online banking. So it's very important to stay up to date on technology terms. So it is important to go to Windows 11. And many people say, well, okay, fine, I'll go to Windows 11, but what kind of computer should I buy? So you guys can see my screen. I've gone on Amazon and I brought up a sample of a computer you guys should buy, especially small businesses. So this is a computer that I recommend to my clients, and Amazon, as of today, is selling it for $1,069, and they have $100 coupon on it, so it becomes under $1,000. And you want to look for something like this. This is the Intel Core Ultra 5 235. That is the latest generation of the Intel processors. They have an Ultra 3, Ultra 5, Ultra 7, and even higher ones. Um, Ultra 5 is like a great middle place to be. It's plenty powerful enough for multitasking and even playing games, although this computer is not for playing games because it doesn't have a high-end video card. But I recommend this to all my clients. A computer like this should last you, 7 or 10 years, and you can upgrade these models. These computers are highly upgradable. Well, highly, I mean by the storage and the memory. So, some people, when I go to my clients and they have already bought a computer, and I see them with a Intel i3 or even lower, like a Celeron, and I say, well, you know what? You shouldn't have a computer like this. This is too weak. They say, well, but it's brand new. Um, Being brand new doesn't mean that it's good. You can get a, I don't know what's a slow car these days, like I don't know, like a Honda Fit, for example. Well, it's brand new. You can buy it brand new, but it's not going to be fast, as maybe a Honda Accord or maybe a Corvette or a Ferrari or, and things of that sort. So you want to make sure you buy a good computer that is going to last. And besides, if you get a slow computer, your productivity goes down. So you want to avoid slow computers. So Ultra 5 235 is a good place to start. When it begins with a 2, that means it's second generation. Um, Let me show you guys like a couple other things. Like you can buy a Lenovo i5 13500. I'll show you how these things work. So here, like this, if you look over here, it says i5 14400 right here. So that means it's 14th generation. Before that, it starts with 13. Then prior to that, 12. Then 11. Then 10, 9, 8. So that's how the generations progress. So the Ultra 5 to 35, after 14th generation, I believe, they started going back to first generation, but naming it differently. And then again, 235 second generation. But these start a whole new sector of CPUs that's named Ultra. They're not going with the i5s anymore. So you can still go to stores like Best Buy, Office Depot, and still get 1400s. That's pretty good. 1300, pretty good. You don't want to go with 12 anymore. That's already old. And so every generation is a year. So if you're at 12th generation, that's so now 13, 14, then the Ultra 100 series and the second series, that's 4 years already. You don't want to buy a brand new computer that is already 4 years old. If you can afford it, buy, the highest you can. If you're on the AMD side, you want to buy something that's AMD. I'm not really privy on the AMDs, but they're almost kind of the same. They have the Ryzen 3, 5, and 7. And I think they started a whole new platform as well, like like Intel. But any computer, I don't know if I can find a computer here that I recommend. Let's type in desktop. No. So like the Ryzen 7 8700 is actually pretty good CPU. So you want to be in the 8th generations and higher of the AMD Ryzen 7 side. And this way you can stay with Windows 11 and anything that gets released in the future. One thing I like here is like this computer, it says Windows 11 Pro. So there's difference between the Pro and the Home version. The Home is obviously for home. The Pro is for business. You get more features on the Pro. You can join a domain controller, which you guys may or may not have. You can encrypt the hard drive, which is great because if your desktop gets stolen, you want the drive to be encrypted. Usually by default, the drives are not encrypted. That's something you have to do extra. So I hope this video helped you guys on what kind of computer to choose if you're moving on from Windows 10. Have a great day, guys. Bye.